ooh, I'm a 35-year-old Yoruba guy living in Lagos, and like for me to inherit my father's side of like heritage, I need to marry someone now. But like turns out I have two other brothers. So who's going to get the inheritance? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be Shegun? Is it going to be Kunle? Find out in Merry Christmas. I think that's literally a movie on Netflix. The audience said, "Yo, this car is finna punch you in the face." No, sorry, that's Transformers.
Hey, watch this. Hey, watch this. Hey, watch this. Go.
What? Oh, man. Hey guys, welcome to the J&A podcast, episode 3.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
3.
Yeah, so I'm Jay and this is A.
Hi.
And hi. And I guess
Welcome to our podcast, episode 3. We've actually managed to make it to 3 episodes.
episodes, like the ones that once we get to, imagine us when we get to 10.
Yeah, then we have to do a celebrate. We have to celebrate by doing something. 10, double digits. Double digits.
Then when we get to 100, maybe we'll tell them what J&A stand for.
Yes, that's probably whichever gets there first. Like what was it, 100,000 subscribers or 100 episodes?
So why not both?
Why not both?
Yeah.
There's the goal. If we get to 100,000 subscribers and 100 episodes, we'll tell you why he's J and I am A.
Yeah. And I guess on that note, let me get on it. So
we have topics again. We're not going to go on a tangent, although
tangents are fine.
Tangents are fine. Sometimes they're okay because they're actually relevant to the thing. So, all right.
Okay, you ready for this one?
Lead it, my friend.
Okay, welcome to Jay's piece of news.
Jay's piece of news.
So like, them was there. Like, it's been a lovely time, and like, I just wanted to highlight some news that like have kind of gone like under the radar in like a couple like weeks, and yeah, I think I just feel like this is really important that I really say what it is.
Okay, so, you're building it up here.
First piece of news: Nigeria seizes donkey penises to be smuggled to Hong Kong.
I mean, it's something.
Nigerian officials have seized thousands of donkey penises that were about to be exported to Hong Kong, and officials said on Thursday. This was back in September this year.
So my first question is, what are the people of Hong Kong doing with these donkey penises?
They actually use for medicine. The article continues. So it says that where is it? Yeah, so it's allegedly headed to Hong Kong to be used in a traditional Chinese medicine called, I'm gonna mispronounce this, Ejayo?
Vagina?
Yeah? What?
Ejayo.
Yeah. But then this is where things get weird. So the part that was weird for, I love how I said this isn't the weird.
Yeah, part. Like the donkey penises wasn't the weird.
No, but like the weird part for me was that the Nigerian customer said that that the consignment was falsely declared as cow male genitals, but after due examination, my export officer discovered that they were donkey male genitalias, which then gets me thinking, wait, sorry.
Someone had to inspect, go in depth and look at these penises and be like, you know what, that's not a cow, this is a donkey.
Which is worse because like these are 16 sacks of donkey dicks. But then I'm just like, so wait, I don't understand. If there were bull penises, that's fine. But specifically, what made it illegal was because they were donkey penises.
Nigeria, isn't it?
It's actually a law. Like, I actually Googled it, so I'm trying to understand what it is. And like, yeah, so it's a whole law basically to like
But why? What's so important about donkey penises in Nigeria? What's the big deal?
So in a nutshell, it's kind of like to make sure, it's kind of like just like not to like raise up like just because lots of donkeys to like kill, I think, or something.
But you're exporting thousands of donkey dicks, right?
Yeah.
So you're already losing a lot of donkey, potential material here.
I said donkey potential.
Yeah, you're losing donkey. Imagine Shrek, Shrek in Nigeria would be lit.
I said donkey.
Donkey.
We gotta take it to the Chinese.
You're going to China.
But like Nigerian senators in 2021 proposed to ban the killing of donkeys and the exports of their skins.
Okay.
So Yeah, so Nigeria was trying to curb the exports of donkey skins, which has drastically diminished the country's population of the
donkeys.
of donkeys, particularly in the north of Nigeria. So I'm just like, so this is a real thing, where like, and it's a real law, and it's really banned, where they said like, hey yo, like you can send
Cows.
cows don't have dicks, the bulls. Cows are female.
All cows are female?
I think so.
Interesting. You learn something new every time with JNA.
Yeah, don't. No one's there like you can milk a cow, but you can't milk a bull. I mean, you can't milk a bull, but like don't drink it.
Wait. That one. Do you want to fix that one quickly?
Nope. I said what I said.
Don't drink bull. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't drink the bull milk.
Don't do it. That is not milk.
Like they only have one. Like isn't it suspicious they only have one other?
Okay. Moving on. Sharply turning left from that one.
This is why my segment was first.
That is the shocker. Absolute shocker.
Absolute shocker. But yeah, wait. Okay, what you got, bro?
So, okay, we're gonna go to our next segment. Oh, our audio is already acting up. So that's great.
It's crazy.
We're probably gonna rely on the camera audio again. Because, okay, so actually, let me do explanation. The reason why the camera audio had to end up save the video last time is because the computer that we're recording with is what you would call a potato, right?
Yeah, so we're using like my
old
potatoes,
dead ass
like
computer.
Laptop, yeah.
So we're only gonna use it again for this episode, and then from future onwards we'll get a proper computer that will actually be able to handle it.
We can use that one.
Are you down? We're not using that. Man brought out a tiny, tinky, little, winky, like red ass, like a notebook, right? A dead notebook that has.
Laptop, bro.
It's not a laptop.
Hey.
That's a laptop. That's not a laptop.
That was a notebook, bro. I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised this is happening because like this, it's like no, bro, like this never happened before. Like,
it didn't happen the first time.
Used to have like peak performance. Like, I don't know what happened.
Peak performance. Excuses.
All the excuses.
But that's the reason why we had to rely on the camera audio. There might be some instances today which we apologize for beforehand.
Nah, we don't apologize, bro. This is episode 3, bro. What do you expect? This is the come up. Like, you need to subscribe. You need to subscribe so that we can have money to buy new equipment.
I forgot to do that actually. Yes, please do make sure that you leave a like and. Why? I've just noticed the finger. Why is it like that? Why is it not like 3, but it's like.
It's like this now.
Is it Spider-Man? Is he doing Spider-Man thing?
It's like this.
Anyway, so if you're enjoying the video, please leave a like. If you disagree with us or if you want us to raise any topics, post it down in the comments and subscribe to our channel and reach out to us on Instagram if you want to engage with the boys. If you find yourself coming back here for more episodes, then subscribe. Tell your friends about it. And once we figure out how we get the show on Spotify and on other streaming devices, leave us a comment on there or favor us or like us, or I don't know how Apple Music works and stuff.
I guess like add us, follow us on Spotify. Follow us, yeah.
And do the things that they want that you do.
I love that. Like, what's it? 8 minutes in, and now we're just telling them, oh, by the way, like and subscribe.
Yeah, well, I can subscribe. Welcome to the JNA podcast. But yes. So the next topic that I wanted to discuss is actually something. Because there's been 2 instances recently, and we kind of touched upon it, I think, last time we did our recording, but we didn't actually go into depth about it. And that was when we were discussing the new Little Mermaid movie.
Okay, yeah.
But we didn't go into depth about what I wanted to mention at the time. And so recently there's been another thing that's made me sort of question, or made me want to discuss this. So my question to you, let me start off with the question is, would you watch a film or a show? Would you be more inclined to watch a film or a show if they changed the main character from white to black?
Would I be more inclined as per like would I want to see what it's about?
Yeah, would you be interested in watching a show?
I mean,
I guess it's like let's say it's like a show that has a history already. It's like it has lore in the background. Like let's say Lord of the Rings, predominantly white, elves, everything. Yeah. The way it's written with like it's basically
it's a fantasy.
It's a fantasy
show,
steamed in certain kind of mythology. Norse mythology or whatnot.
Yeah.
So Rings of Power, the Amazon show, decided, okay, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna make it so that elves can be from any other ethnicity. You know, there's gonna be black representation. There's gonna be. I don't actually think there was any Asian representation. I'm not sure. I'm not giving them my money, so I'm not watching it.
They probably didn't want to be racist. Man, say you don't want to give them the money.
I know it's Amazon,
like
so
$1 billion.
Yeah. It's Amazon, so I'll give them my money some other way. But I'm not giving them my time. Okay. I will not give them the time of day. But that's one example. The other example was Velma. Yeah.
I just knew that this is where this is all going to.
But Velma is more of a self-insert. Like Velma is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this question. But Velma, as the show, hasn't even started broadcasting yet. But we can already tell that the show is a self-insert. So this is the main. What's her name? Mindy
Carlin. But Mindy from
from The Office. This is just herself inserting herself as a person into the show. She wants to play Velma, so that's why I wasn't. So I'm not big on that one. I mean, but they did actually change Shaggy's race, so we could discuss that potentially. But yeah, that's the question. A show that has established lore or established background, or a film that has established lore and established background, would you be more inclined to watch it as a black man, or as someone from the black community, which we are?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell that I'm black, because I've got the mask on.
I mean, they can tell, yeah.
But yeah, as a person of the community that they are changing the character to, let's say that.
Okay.
Would you be more or less inclined to watch a show if it has been race baited to another color?
So saying more inclined, I guess if it's a property that I'm interested in, I'll check it out. Okay. So I mean, for example, the Velma show, I'm gonna see what it's about because I like Mindy and things, and it looks fun. It looks funny. I mean, I don't particularly think there's anything wrong with changing the race of a character if the race of that character isn't necessarily tied to that character.
Okay.
So for example, you can change the race of, say, Johnny Storm. So when Michael B. Jordan played him in the Fantastic Four movie, that's fine because it doesn't matter what race Johnny was. Probably should have changed Sue's.
Speak up.
Oh man, probably should have changed Sue's race as well. But then if you're now trying to be oh, what if we made Black Panther white? I'm well, no, because Black Panther's whole thing is that he's black. That's kind of entrenched in his character. Now, I guess. I mean, like I said before, if it's an IP or a character or an idea that looks interesting, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll be yeah, sure. I won't necessarily be oh no, I won't. Why am I gonna watch a Superman movie where the character is black? Why am I gonna watch a James Bond movie where the character is black? I mean, I'm bro, I'm just gonna be look, if the actor they've chosen or the design they've chosen just happens to be a different race, then if anything, it'll be okay, let me see what this is about. However, I would agree with another case that somebody says where people oh, why we keep on changing the race of these characters instead of just creating a new character. So it's not because then you get a case of oh, black James Bond as opposed to why don't you just have
a 007 that it is, or not 007, a 006.
Why don't you just have Jaden?
Don't go there.
I literally was trying to think of any last name, but the last
Jaden Smith.
Literally, I don't know. Let's say Jaden Voss. I Jaden Voss is a black British guy who is in the MI5, and he's now taken on the role of 007. So right. he's not James Bond. He's Jaden Voss, but he's 007, and it's yeah, that could work. You can have, instead of just saying oh, this is a black spider, literally Miles Morales. How it's that's not black Peter Parker, that's Miles Morales.
He's his own character.
And
yeah. We love him. We stand Miles Morales.
Yeah, we do. It took a while because people didn't used to like him.
Yeah, but he's good.
Yeah, no, he's good.
He's his own character. He's his own story, and he works alongside Peter Parker rather than making Peter Parker black.
Exactly. So I don't mind. I'm definitely gonna watch the Velma show when it comes out because it looks funny. It looks fun. I would say like because they released the characters, and so I think it's Constantine Wu.
I have no idea.
But it's like she's a really famous actress as well. Like I think she was probably even like, but yeah, but like she's playing like Daphne, and I think they made Daphne look
Asian.
more.
They say they made her Asian, but she doesn't look Asian as the character.
To be very honest, like what do you mean as the character or like the new redesign?
The redesign.
To be honest, not really like
It's ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, even Daphne as well. Like why are we all assuming that Daphne's white?
She's redhead.
Okay.
She might. I would assume she might have Irish descent or something, or like northern, like Caucasian.
Caucasian is the word, yes.
Caucasian descent because her hair is.
I said Caucasian descent, white descent, yes.
Yeah, she's naturally redhead, so you would.
Is she really? How do you know she didn't dye it? But I mean,
okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, but then another thing is that like so they made Fred's character the same. So Shaggy was interesting because like that's a black guy, that's a black man, but like they called him Norville, and I'm like
they used the legal
like
name
that's like that was like his full government name, and they were just like I'm just like oh wait but that's Shaggy, right? And so I think it's interesting how they said like that. So it's like okay, so like it's Shaggy, but like we're not calling him Shaggy, he's Norville.
I'm interested in why Shaggy, the guy that's normally depicted as being kind of dopey and kind of out there, why he's the black guy.
I don't know, just this doesn't matter.
No, I just thought it was interesting. I would have been more interested if Fred was the black guy.
As for to watch it or like.
Oh no, I'm not gonna watch it anyway.
Oh, why not?
It just doesn't appeal to me. I self-insert character. Mm-mm.
I was gonna say like.
Like I would rather prefer they created new characters than use existing ones. That's just my standpoint on it. You know, if they're going to do the Scooby's not even in the show.
Yeah,
there's no Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean,
what does that's not? It's not the mystery.
It's not Scooby's show. It's Velma's show. It's about Velma.
In any case, I just felt like
them ones they're like okay, sorry. I was gonna say like it's not about Scooby Doo. It's Velma's show. So like it's not. I mean, I was even surprised that all the other characters were still there. I was like, oh, I thought it was just
I thought it was just going to be about Velma, like a Velma origin story or something.
Or like just Velma doing whatever she's doing.
But no, it's a Velma plus the mystery gang, but without being the mystery gang, which
I guess probably just before they were the mystery gang.
That's confusing to me. So.
I mean, you'll be fine. They'll explain it. You'll be fine. But then Velma's actually been popping. Like
I'm gonna go check the recording.
Go ahead.
Okay, you can stop testing it now. It's all good.
Oh, mad.
Welcome back to
J&A podcast. Welcome back after the credits.
After that.
But yeah, I was actually gonna say like Velma has a bunch of attention this week because I guess it was a movie or like an episode of Scooby Doo where it was canonically said that she is a lesbian.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
That's great. Like, I mean, I think James Gunn wanted to do that in
the Scooby Doo films. Yeah,
so
like there's not a single
like
issue.
literally, like if you Google just Velma, like apparently like, just like lots of like LGBT like flags.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me there's lots of like people writing fan fiction. I was about to get a bit concerned.
People. Let me not talk too much, but like people have been writing fanfic about Velma all the time. Like,
I know.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But like, what about you though? Like, so you actually never said like how you felt about like
So this is where the way I look at it. I look at it as I would rather they create new characters and give them a backstory or something new, because Hollywood right now is just redoing everything, or at least Disney and the big ones are redoing pretty much anything they can. They go fishing on nostalgia. And then they're fishing on social issues, societal issues. So here's the way I think of it is, for example, look, Velma, I didn't have any interest in the show to begin with, but race swapping the characters hasn't changed my aim anyway. I'm not more likely to watch it. I'm not. Okay. Because there is nothing in. I already feel like that show, based upon the people who've written the show and how those people are, it doesn't appeal to me. Because I'll also look, it's not just the show itself, it's also who's in the show. Who else
is in the show?
Who's doing the show, or like who's in the show?
Yeah.
So like if the person in the show doesn't mesh well with what with me or like I don't make sure because I never interacted with them. But if I'm not a big fan of the person in the show or the person who's doing the show, I'm not going to go out of my way to watch something with someone that I don't like. So I'm not saying I don't like Mindy. I love her in The Office, but I don't feel like Velma is The Office 2.0. It's not The Office version of Mindy. This is modern Mindy. She's doing whatever she wants to do, and that's up to her. She's been given the funds to do it. She can do it. If people watch it, people watch it. If people don't watch it, people don't watch it. Easy.
Yeah.
That's. I have nothing against producing something, but be prepared for people to either A, watch it, or B, not watch it because they're not interested or they don't want to. Yeah. Like what's the thing happening with there's this gay film that came out recently.
Oh, Bros?
Bros, yeah. And the director / main character of that film started saying that you're homophobic if you don't go watch it.
I'm like, bro, like,
wow.
I mean, is it actually like a good movie? I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Well, critics are saying it's fantastic, but then critics will say anything that is, societally okay is fantastic.
Yeah.
But I don't look at critics' ratings when it comes to films. I just don't anymore.
Well, you look at audience rating.
I prefer looking at audience reviews. That was it.
So mine saw Batman v Superman. It had a critic rating of 30, audience rating of 70, and we're like,
yeah, because the audience knows what they want. The audience will know what they want to watch. If the audience enjoys something, if the audience are watching something and they're saying, "I enjoyed this," because a critic will always come from they're meant to come from a very film analytical perspective, right? How the film is shot, what the film is trying to tell you, what the film is about. That's where they're meant to come from it from. They're not meant to sort of come from it from their own societal issues and everything like that. But they do. That's the way that we live in now anyway.
But literally, Batman v Superman, like, critic rating 29%, audience rating 63%.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and you'll find a lot of bad films films that critics have rated bad. Like, for example, let's say Fast and the Furious. Some of the
which one?
The 8 or some of the later films.
Bro,
critics have dunked on those films, but audiences love it because it's dumb fun, right?
Yeah.
And that's what is the key. I think.
Fate of the Furious.
Yeah, if people are enjoying the film, people are enjoying the film. That's the key. But anyway, that was a tangent.
I mean,
that was a tangent.
Tangents are fine. Fate of the Furious has a 67% critic rating, and a 72% audience rating.
So the audience are liking it more than the critics.
You see, the critics.
Yeah.
The audience said, "Yo, this car is finna punch you in the face." No, sorry, that's Transformers. They said this car is gonna like do a Tarzan swing off a bridge onto. I don't. Oh mate, this is long. It's a long day. It's actually a long day. I don't know why I'm laughing. But anyway, audiences saw like a car wants to do a Tarzan swing off a bridge, and they said, "Yeah, I love it." They saw a car go to space, and like Fast 10, seatbelts. They said, "Yeah."
Yeah. Well, can you blame it for them? The audience wants dumb fun, and the audience likes dumb fun.
Sorry, you were just peeling my face just like that.
Yeah, that's his reaction. Like, I was just like,
he was so casual about it. You're just like,
yeah. But
yeah,
as I was saying, you have to be prepared for people to watch it and people to not watch it if they're interested. That's just the way of the world. The people's power is in their wallet. It's the money,
Exactly.
If you want to support something, you will go out and watch it. If you don't want to support something, you won't go out and watch it. That's up to you.
Yeah.
So I was saying, Wendy. Why did I say Wendy?
Velma. Yeah.
Velma, not going to watch it. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, not going to watch it already because I wasn't interested in Lord of the Rings. I'm not a Lord of the Rings person.
Same. I've only actually ever seen Hobbit. I think Decimation of the Smaug. The third Hobbit movie, which was crazy.
So you've seen one of the films?
Yeah.
What other ones?
I've also never seen like any Harry Potter movie.
I've only seen one, and I didn't even want to go see that. I was just sort of brought along, and I went and.
I'm banned from Harry Potter.
You're banned?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Christian household.
Man.
Amen.
Man.
See? No, but some of my friends are like, "How have you not watched Harry Potter? How have you not watched Lord of the Rings?" I was like,
and it's crazy.
Do you know where I'm from?
No, and it's crazy because I used to read Harry Potter, so I was really reading the books.
And
then I got to Order of the Phoenix, and then apparently a game.
Witchcraft.
apparently it gave me nightmares, and my mom was like, "What's
What do you
all
mean apparently
this?"
it gave you nightmares? Did it or did it not give you nightmares?
I don't look. Yeah, I was enjoying the vibe in it. Like I think like once like I was like, "Yo, the mentals," I'm like, "Yo, that's all vibes." But then apparently my mom was like, "Nah," and I'm like, which is crazy because I love tangent in the Yoruba like stuff. We have a bunch of like witchcraft and like lots of like lots of Nollywood movies have lots of like
Black magic.
Well, is it so? Why is worshipping why do we look at like some things as black magic when it's just like a different religion?
Oh, well, look up the definition of black magic. Let's have a look. Let's see why. I mean, I always used to call it black. I could never look. There was a golden rule in my household. Whenever anyone was watching a Nollywood movie, I was not allowed to be in that room because I had nightmares from Nollywood films. I couldn't stand Nollywood movies. I couldn't. I hated
Black Magic, a song by Little Mix.
I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, anyway, carry on. Sorry.
But yeah, Nollywood films scared me. Scared the death out of me. They scared the life out of me. Scared the death out of me. Nollywood movies scared the death out of me.
Huh? No, wait, what?
That's the thing. That's the mess. It's meant to be the scared the life out of me, but it scares the death out of me.
Oh.
Yeah, now you get it. Yeah, dumbass. But
yes,
Black
magic, also known as dark magic, has traditionally referred to the use of supernatural powers or magic for evil and selfish purposes. Okay, yeah,
so
I'll give them that. Like, cause some of them they'll be doing like a bunch of like
witchcraft.
A lot of things, like a lot of like, oh, bring me your son, and like I'll sacrifice him, and then you have like success in your life, and it's a bit like it's a bit crazy.
This is why I can't watch. I still to this day I can't watch Nollywood movies. I can't. If you put me in a room and put a Nollywood film on, I can't watch it.
I mean, to be fair, Nollywood films these days have like kind of settled down. Like, so they're not kind of like just looking at like the bling bling life of like Lagosians, basically. Like, so there's a lot less like, oh, like black magic storytellers. Well, some of them are, but like you see there's a lot more like, ooh, I'm a 35-year-old Yoruba guy living in Lagos, and like for me to inherit my father's like heritage, I need to marry someone now. But like turns out I have 2 other brothers. So who's going to get the inheritance? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be Shegun? Is it going to be Kunle? Find out in Merry Christmas. I think that's literally a movie on Netflix. Like it's something like Merry Christmas or something. Like a Christmas in. Or like, ooh, it's like, ooh, I'm a 40-year-old successful businesswoman, and like I have a lot going on for me, but like, where would I marry?
I swear, the soundtracks for these films are.
Ah, was it?
Whoever. Exactly. It's just hit the organ. What? Just hit it. Just hit the note, and it will make the sound, and we'll use it.
Like, yep, that's it.
So yeah, Nollywood films. Never watched them. Never can't watch them. Don't want to watch them. Still won't watch them.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Where was I? Yeah, so
talking about audience.
The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Not gonna watch it.
Oh really?
It's not my demographic. It's not targeted at me.
Like for kids.
Yeah, it's targeted at children.
Yeah, first. Yeah.
And I feel like they could have just made another mermaid rather than make Ariel. But that's again, I'm not gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's black does not make me want to watch the film. That's the key thing. The fact that they made her black does not make me more inclined to go and say, I want to see the Little Mermaid.
I mean, to be fair,
I also don't feel like it does a good job of representation. It doesn't. I feel like
I'm gonna have to stop you there because it kind of does.
I mean, yes. Here's the thing. It does for young girls. For young girls, they have a representation. But from my cynical adult mind, I feel like this isn't about representation. This is just about race swapping a character and then living off of it. That's Disney knows fully well what they did.
I will say that from the reports and everything that we've seen is that the director held auditions, and Hailey was just the best person, and they were like, yo, she's the best actress, she's the best vocalist, and they just said yeah, and they just looked at it. I'm sure them too. They looked at it and was like, okay, great, you'd be great for Ariel. Can Ariel be black? I'm sure they all just kind of looked at themselves and said, guys, a cartoon mermaid. Like, does it fucking matter? And they just say like, yeah.
At the end of it all, my apathy kicks in, and it's like I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not bothered by it. It's just what it is at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it. If I had children, I wouldn't take them and go see that film. I'd show them the original, because the original is the classic. That's what I do. You know, that's how I would do it.
Yeah. I mean, like you say that, but like when like if you have kids, like obviously you just like you would show them whatever it's showing.
Yeah, you show them whatever is on the TV.
They'll be like it'd be cool. Like it'd be cool if you did have like the original like Little Mermaid to like have a reference. Because I remember when I went to see Aladdin. So I went with my ex at the time and her nephew, and so like I was what? Anyway, so then I was like, yeah, like look, I know the story of like Aladdin. So like I was watching it and I was just thinking to myself. Actually, so I was even like, oh, like with her, I was like, oh, have you seen Aladdin? She said no, and I was like, really? You haven't seen Aladdin? Like Robbie Williams, like
the original?
Yeah, the original. She said no, she hasn't. I said. So, and me, a part of me, I was thinking like, nah, bro. After this, we gotta see the original. Like,
yeah,
how is this gonna be your introduction to Aladdin?
Yep.
And like, I mean, we didn't, but like, cause it's like we broke up. Nah,
okay.
Nah. Like we just did in the end. But like, what's it? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like an old. I think I'll be like an old school parent where like I'll be like
Tom and Jerry, 100%.
Oh yeah, Tom and Jerry, Flintstones, Jetsons, like
Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory.
Like literally, yeah,
that's
like,
all the kids are getting. I'm not showing them none of that modern stuff. Hell no.
I mean, the modern stuff will be fine. Like obviously, like all the.
You think I'm gonna show my kids Peppa Pig? Peppa Pig is a villain.
What?
Peppa Pig is the worst kind of being.
This is the hottest take I've ever heard in my life. What?
Peppa Pig is actually an evil person.
Why?
Because she treats people like shit.
If
Peppa Pig doesn't get her way, no one gets their way. Peppa Pig is the villain of the show.
This is literally the hottest take I've heard of 2022.
Well, there you go. Peppa Pig is the villain. She's not the good person.
This has to be the title of the episode. Peppa Pig is the villain. Just like, what?
But it's true. In my opinion, at least, Peppa Pig is the villain. Because she's not someone you would want your child to look up to.
To be fair, like that's like how I was watching it's just all them like Horrid Henry, like Dennis the Menace, and I'm just like, don't be Horrid Henry, and I'm just thinking to myself like, hey yo, like, because Horrid Henry is the main character, and like some of the shit he's doing, I'm just like,
he's moving mad.
Like this my child, this kind of run though, my child sees this and wants to like try to emulate what he's doing. I'll be like, nah, bro. Nah, something. Nah, he was an ass.
They're the villains. The villains. Peppa Pig is a villain. I'm happy David Cameron did what he did to her.
Okay, so I don't know. Like, this is one of the things where like this is either like a Black Mirror reference or like a literal something David Cameron has done reference, or like which is also kind of like a kind of a Black Mirror kind of emulates in real life. Are we talking about like that David Cameron's like real life or like what he did in school?
What David Cameron did in Eton stays in Eton, but we all know what he did.
Okay, so that is what we're talking about.
Yeah, he did what he did.
All I'm gonna say is the world is starting to get a bit too close to Black. The world is actually starting to get a bit too close to Black Mirror.
We live in an episode of Black Mirror
like
already.
It's actually getting a bit too. It's actually getting concerning. Like I think the creators even themselves said like, yeah, no, well, life is too weird right now. Like
100%.
Like, bro, like, what do you?
But don't forget it. David Cameron did something to Peppa Pig. All right, we'll check the recording and then we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yeah, everybody looking at my stash. Yeah, everybody looking at my cash. Yeah, everybody looking at my chair. Yeah, look at me, I'm scared. Yeah, Halloween will end. Halloween will go end. My payments, they never penned.
You need to stop. You need to stop. You can't keep doing this in the bits in between.
They need to know that like I'm on it. Like I got bars.
You got bars.
You got bars. That was there. Like girls there for this, bitches there for this life, man. God, I beg. I don't want to be a mechanic. I want to be a baller. Bitches there for this life, man. God, I beg. I don't want to be an engineer. I want to be a baller.
I love how you gave me so much shit last week for going the stew of things, and then this week you're just going on it all out.
I'm just
madness.
There was sometimes like basically so. okay, so I mentioned this to you off screen, but like I think I'm gonna put this like on the air as well. Like sometimes you just gotta swing your podcast dick.
What?
Look, you gotta swing the podcast dick. And like right.
And what if the podcast is dominated by females? Huh? What if it was two girls sitting here? Would they be swinging their dicks?
No, you don't. Okay, look, it's not a literal podcast dick. Basically, this is something I got from like another podcast, Submarine and the Roach. Check them out. Basically, it means that like having that confidence to say like to say and do whatever you want to say and do.
Oh, you want to go that way?
I mean, like,
do you want to start saying things that we're comfortable that we would want to say?
I mean, hey, whoa! I mean, everything I say, I'm comfortable saying because my face on camera. Like, I don't know what you want to say. Like, I don't know what you're on. All I'm gonna say is that sometimes you gotta go swinging. You know, sometimes you gotta be like. I don't care. If this is episode 3. Like, who's gonna cancel us after 3 episodes?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. You know, there are people basically waiting and ready to cancel us.
Oh,
like people are waiting and ready.
Let them come and cancel me. Shall I tell you what I'm gonna do?
What?
Start another podcast. Guy, men don't get like them was there. Abolish podcasts. Men don't get therapy. They make podcasts. Like it's actually a pandemic. Like we didn't think we were gonna do this, but here we are. There was there like every other day. Like you just look like I love like I actually want to get into this now. Like
okay, go ahead.
What is this? It's not a tangent. It's a topic now.
Oh, okay. This is a topic.
What is up with the whole like? I guess is it backlash behind like starting a podcast because remember when we started it and then like we had we said that okay our podcast is gonna be like obviously like nothing like all those other ones like all them like Andrew Tate and like whatnot like we were here to spread positivity and like have a good time.
Okay.
But then it also got me like I was also kind of like looking at it where it was like yeah like a lot of people just hop on the pod like men especially. Mm-hmm. I think also like in the UK. So like literally I told my friend like oh yeah I have a podcast. She was like oh my god, you're literally a podcast nigger and you're from the UK. She was like, oh god, no. And I was like, wait. No, like, it's not like, I was like, what's so bad about that? She was like, I think she thought like, because I think most time like guys, especially men, like they just kind of get into like a podcast and they just kind of be like, just saying a lot of like dumb stuff.
Yeah. Where
it's like, it's not really adding any positivity or like any like love or like any like good vibes into the world. It's just kind of like both times even coming at women, which is why my other friend, she was like, oh, your podcast should never have to do anything about women. I'm like, nah bro, we talk about like Transformers.
I mean we do.
We do actually. That's what
we do talk about.
We talk about Transformers and donkey dicks now.
And donkey dicks.
Yep, that is literally the spectrum of our topics.
Maybe the slogan, the subline for our podcast should be: we don't talk about women.
We actually don't. We actually talk about us.
Except we do kind of mention women at times.
I mean, because you know, we can't just pretend that women.
Well, we can't ignore the other 50% of the population.
Like, weird, but like I think it's one of the things where like I want to get into it. Like why do men get podcasts without therapy?
Because it's this is our form of therapy. It's therapeutic to sit down and talk with your friends about something when the society already says, you know, men. Well, when when the predominant ideology in society despises masculinity and or talks down masculinity and manhood.
When you say talk down masculinity and manhood,
as in being a man,
being a man like how?
Being
are you about to say alpha male?
No.
That's what you're gonna say. There was there. All you people in the office, if you go to the toilet and you go into a cubicle, you're a sigma guy. You're a sigma male. If you use the urinal, you're a beta. Be an alpha. Just whip your dick out in the office and piss on your desk. Mark your territory. Then was there. Let them know that. I can't speak Yoruba, I can't speak any language, but just let them know that you're here. Let them know that this is you.
This podcast has taken such a turn. I am so sorry. I did not prepare for this. This is unprepared. I did not wake up today and expect this to come out of my boy. Like,
I've had these things in my phone. I've thought about it, so I'm going to say it.
You know what? I don't know what to say. This is.
Don't be an alpha. Piss on your desk.
For those people who actually want a disclaimer, do not piss on your office desks. That is a health and safety risk.
Look,
and also a HR warning.
Are you? If you're a bad man, do it. What are you, a beta, a sigma?
If you're a bad man,
are you a gamma? Are you a delta man?
A delta man.
Oh, whoa, sorry, that's an actual tribe. Oh, that's awkward.
You got too into it.
You fucked up. That's actually awkward because
you went too far in.
Yeah, it's like the delta is like a state in Nigeria.
Delta region. Yeah.
I was actually born there.
Oh, you're a delta man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what does that mean? Do you piss on the couch or do you piss on the table or what do you do?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Oh, go on, no. Say it with gusto. Anything you say on this podcast, you can back it, firm it, 100%.
As a man,
do you piss on the table, or your chair, or the office, or the sofa? Where do you piss?
As a man,
I
don't see any reason why I need to prove myself. You know, like them was there, like the Lord said, like. Let them know. The people that know me. The people that don't know me don't know me.
So this is the Delta man. He doesn't confess. The Delta man is a liar. He doesn't confess. He runs away from the issue at hand. In the court of law, the Delta man is a politician.
All I must
the Delta man is a politician.
A true politician.
They cannot tell the truth.
There. Call me Bats. Call me BAT.
They don't tell the truth. They're like the whole current UK government. They don't tell a single word of truth.
All I must say is that you
piss in a urinal like most people.
All I must say is that I shall excrete myself like a regular person.
You should excrete yourself.
Yeah, excrete.
I think you shall remove yourself.
No.
Excrement. You excrete.
Oh, what's the... So then... I shall... What's it?
So you didn't even know it?
Bro, I love it. Like, I shall... Like... This whole bit has been going on for a bit too long.
You don't say. You committed to it.
I'm committed.
Anything you say on this podcast,
I can back it. Don't be a beta or sigma male. Be an alpha.
This is where we lost a good 90% of
that was the be I'm a sigma.
All of the female viewers disappeared because he said sigma, beta.
I'm a sigma guy. I use the cubicle.
I'm just me, okay? I'm just me. That's all I am. I don't subscribe to Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, Zephaniah. I don't subscribe to any of them.
Yeah.
I am just me. Sometimes I'm in that, I'm in the zone where I don't give 10 shits and I'll do whatever the hell I want to do. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? The human race could kind of do with a bit of a shake-up. And then sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with people. So I'll go and do my own thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are as people. We're not Alpha, we're not Beta, we're not Sigma, we're not Delta. We're just humans. We're dumb.
So you mean you're not the leader of your friendship group?
What friendship group? What friendship group? We've been stuck inside for 2 years. I've got crippling anxiety and depression. What friendship group?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
I'm just right at this point in the segment. I'm just throwing like all this Twitter, like everything I've just been seeing.
The leader of the friendship group.
Guy, like I actually saw that once, and it got me thinking. I was like, it's hilarious because.
Oh, this has just become tangents galore.
No, this is not a tangent. This is
tangents galore. You know, just go with it.
This is another topic. Like,
okay, go on.
That was the whole leader of the friendship group thing. It's hilarious because I thought about it, I was like, wait, who is the leader? Like, who's the leader of my friendship group? And I was like, what does that even mean? I would say it's a joke. Obviously, it's a joke. Obviously, I won't take anything serious. But I was like,
no, it's true. It is true. It's not a joke. It is
true. There's a leader of a friendship group.
There tends to be a dominant figure in any friendship group. It's either the person that organizes something, or the person that gets people together.
So you mean who is the organizer?
Oh no! The leader of a friendship group can vary. Sometimes the leader of a friendship group is just the glue that keeps everyone else together.
But, okay, so let's not say leader of the friendship group because like.
No, but it's that. If you want to
don't say leader, just say the person that gets people together. Just say like the organizer.
But it's not necessarily that they're the organizer though. It's like, let's say for example, I'm your friend, but you have a friend that I don't know about. Mm-hmm. You are the glue that, or let's say I do kind of know that person. Let's say you do kind of know. Let's say we live in halls, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right. So we all kind of know each other. Mm-hmm. But you're the person that links everyone together because if you go to an event, everyone else will go to that. You don't organize it. You're just saying, I'm going to this. It's a motive. I'm doing it. People around you.
So I'm the baller.
You're not the baller.
I want to be a baller.
You're
right. You go.
I'm gonna take that PPK7 you got up on the desk here, and I'm gonna use it on myself.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't organize it, but like I said, you're the glue. You're the everything sticks to you. So it doesn't mean that you have to be the organizer. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the leader, but you are the cause and the sort of the center, the core of the friendship group.
The core of the friendship group.
Yeah.
Okay.
That happened a lot at university.
I mean, I can understand that, where like you're the person that like has the most connections with the other people around, other people around you, and like you know kind of bring them together.
Yes.
That's cool, but then I won't say leader. Then I would say more like you're the
glue.
Yeah, I'll say you're like the glue of the friendship group. I prefer.
I think. C'est papaya. Twice I got him.
This podcast is actually going off the rails.
Yeah, we have descended into chaos at this point.
I mean, I think it's because we're recording kind of later than usual.
We're recording later on another day.
On a different
We've
day.
all had all the activities that we needed to get sorted out.
It's been a long day.
So it's been a long day already, but at this point, we might as well
we keep
fire
on
on all
going.
cylinders.
Just keep on going. So what was the other topic you had on this? You had the race bait something, and
I didn't even finish that race baiting one. I was going to say, James Bond, if Idris Elba or a black James Bond was to be cast, I would actually be interested in it. Because
you're interested in James Bond.
Because I'm interested in James Bond, but also...
That's exactly what I said.
But the background of the character, is despite the fact that he was written during the World War II times, and that, you know, essentially James Bond has a sort of that kind of background, but you can adapt the background of James Bond to make it suit, or not make it suit, but where Idris Elba or a black person could work as James Bond, because 007 is a code name.
Yeah.
Anyone can play him.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Whereas it does, like...
So literally the same way how we said that Spider-Man, you have Miles Morales and Peter Parker.
Yeah, so they're separate. They're both sort of they're Spider-Man.
They're both Spider-Man, yeah.
But it works because they're separate people.
Yeah, so you have like...
you know, if you go like the James Bond timeline, you can say like Daniel Craig's James Bond, or depends on whether you accept James Bond as the code name or as the actual person.
James Bond is the actual name.
I know, like, but some
007.
people say that it's like a code name. That James Bond is actually just the spy. It's not actually the person. There's multiple theories.
So there's the theory that like my name is Jay, but then it'll be like, oh, I'm James Bond.
Yeah, like you've been given, when you take on the moniker of 007, you become James Bond.
Okay.
You're not Jay anymore.
Oh, is that gonna explain why like there's so many like
why there's so many different variations of the same person throughout different periods of time?
That's interesting.
Because everyone just adopts the moniker of you become James Bond. When you become 007, you become James Bond. Your name might be John Richards or William Zephaniah or something like that before, but the second you become 007, your name, your legal name or who you are becomes James Bond. 007. That's I like that theory a lot more than James Bond is just the same person, because James Bond goes through a lot of changes.
They'd be like, oh, James Bond has just gone through a lot of changes. Like,
yeah,
he just had a lot of faces, you know.
Might have had a growth spurt and then down again.
Down again, like he's been blonde, he's been Scottish.
His eyes changed, his muscular size changed, like everything changed.
I mean,
he used to be Scottish, and then he's not Scottish.
I mean, that was at least like Doctor Who explained that one better.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Wait, which way?
That's probably like why the different actors.
Oh, because yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the tale of regeneration. Whistling hurts in the audio.
Does it?
Oh well.
We'll be fine.
We'll do another episode about Doctor Who sometime, because I would love to talk for hours on end about
Doctor Who fans, love it.
Hey! Do you know how odd it is to find Doctor? It's so rare.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so, because Doctor Who.
I used to be able to go. I used to be comfortable saying, or like going to a meetup and being like, "I'm a fan of Doctor Who. Yeah. I love Doctor Who. I do. I really do.
Yeah.
It's the show that and Top Gear introduced me to British culture, and I hold them nearest and dearest to my heart. But now, if I go around and like, if I'm like at an event or something, and then the word of Doctor Who comes up, I have to kind of hold myself back and assess the person before I engage with them.
Why? Just because I mean, even if they don't know Doctor Who, just be like, "Oh, I like the show Doctor Who."
Yeah, I do, but it's so weird. It's like now I think it's because of the current way the show is. It's very polarizing. Some people like it, some people
We're
don't.
talking about because of J.D. Foster?
Jodie Whittaker.
Jesus Christ.
Jodie Foster. But again, that I want to save it for another time because it's actually something I really want to get into. But I just want to sort of leave it off. I find it very interesting that it's changed a lot now. Like 5-10 years ago, if you were a Doctor Who fan, everyone was like, "Oh, that's cool, that's interesting, that's nice," you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that I like Matt Smith, or I love Peter Capaldi, or David Tennant was my Doctor, and everyone like get into a conversation, and be like, "This is when I watched Doctor Who, from this to this, from then to then," and like I kind of dripped off at this point because maybe the Doctor didn't mesh well with me or something like that, and it was okay. But we all we were okay with each other. We talked to each other. We were calm. Everyone was alright. Yeah. Now you say you're a Doctor Who fan, it's like, are you a Doctor Who fan post 13 or pre 13? Are you or then they say like, "Ooh, the show's kind of dipped, hasn't it?" Or like, there's like a certain kind of, I feel like Doctor Who lost its charm.
Okay, so I wasn't aware that there was anything like post Peter Capaldi, pre Peter Capaldi, because
it's pre Jodie Whittaker and post Jodie Whittaker. Then again, no, you can actually say it for Peter Capaldi as well, because a lot of people did dip after during Series 8.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like that seems a bit. So is it a case where people didn't like Jodie Whittaker?
People didn't like Peter Capaldi because, well, he wasn't given the best script.
He didn't have. He was a good Doctor. He didn't have a good story.
He's my favorite Doctor.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
He's my favorite because he loves the show, and he embodies what the Doctor is.
Oh, David Tennant's coming back.
Yeah. I don't worry. I've seen the pictures. I know the whole damn thing. But I said I love Peter Capaldi because he embodies what the Doctor is, right? Yeah. He is like space granddad, and that's kind of what Doctor is, a person of wisdom who travels around and does whatever. Peter Capaldi embodies that, so I personally love Peter Capaldi. But what was your question again?
So I was gonna say like, that's interesting that people say like, "Oh, did you like Doctor Who before
or after?"
After the first female Doctor came in.
Oh, before or after Peter Capaldi. Because people didn't like. Well, I don't want to make sweeping statements, but from what I heard, people didn't like Matt Smith because he wasn't David Tennant. Then people kind of grew up to like Matt Smith, and he had his own fan base. People didn't like Peter Capaldi because
he wasn't Matt Smith.
He wasn't Matt Smith. He was too old, and his stories didn't bang at first.
Yeah.
Series 8 was a rocky start. Series 9 and 10, I personally, they had their ups and downs, but I love Peter Capaldi's series.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll be the same thing when it got to Jodie Whittaker.
And it'll be the
same thing now when it gets now to Daniel.
No, it's not Daniel.
It's not Daniel?
No.
What's his name? Jesus Christ.
Nguti?
Yeah.
No, Nguti.
Fucking hell.
Oh well. Anyway,
we know the guy from Sex Education. Eric from Sex Education. Wonderful guy, wonderful actor. Like,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
But here's the thing.
I was very excited. I screamed.
People don't like Jodie Whittaker either because of the showrunner. Oh, I actually need to check the time. Okay, we need to cut the audio and we'll be back. We'll discuss this after.
That one's there, like, that one's there where like you ask your girl out and like she's just looking so beautiful, she's just looking so nice, and like then your hands start sweating.
What in Jesus' name are you talking about?
Though when your hands start sweating.
What are you talking about?
Today's video is sponsored by hand gloves.
Oh, shut up.
You get the gloves for when your hands start sweating.
Shut it. I was so confused as to where you're going with this story. As in, when your hands start sweating and
when your hands start trembling.
Yeah.
Joanne.
Yeah.
Joanne.
Yeah.
Joanne.
Oh dear Lord. There was no end point to this, was
there?
There was no end game to this.
No, there wasn't.
You just went on another tangent.
Look, like this
you're braving it today. You're bravehearting it.
Like,
the whole podcast, you've bravehearted
literally, I'm just assuming that whoever's watching it would enjoy
this absolute shambles.
The chaos.
This is chaos.
Yeah.
This is true chaos.
Like, no one's there. Like, I think because we went into this. What was the second topic that I wanted to talk about? That was the other game, right?
The game?
The Reddit thing, right?
We're not doing that today. We're this far beyond. I don't think we're actually going to bother doing that today. We'll do that another time.
So then, let me tell you a story, guys.
Okay. Did we finish our Doctor Who conversation then?
I think so. We're going to do that a different day.
No, I mean like did we finish that where we were going with that? We will have a separate conversation about it another day.
Where we were going with that was that you were surprised that people how
No, I know where I was
You're
at.
not finding like Doctor Who fans.
I remember where I was
people
at.
Were saying like Georgie like coming before or after the 14th Doctor.
13th.
13. Yeah, 13.
What's this? Nukuti Gatwa. That's it.
Thank you. Yes.
Jeez, that was annoying me.
Then they put some respect on his name.
Yeah, we got to put some respect on his name. Hey yo, my guy, represent.
My guy.
Even though at university everyone said I was going to be the first Black Doctor, but it's okay.
Really?
My time will come. I will look to you for inspiration. My time will come. I literally used to go around in a Doctor Who cosplay. Like people used to call.
So you used to walk around like a blue suit.
No. I used to dress in a way that the Doctor would dress. So very formal, very smart. And then also people used to think I was weird. So
like blue suit, Converses, like red Converses.
Not David Tennant's Doctor. Well, maybe sometimes more like a mixture between Peter Capaldi's and my own style. I had my own style for the Doctor, which I might do one day.
You know, actually, since we're talking about this, like I was actually thinking about like Halloween costume inspirations.
Okay, that's all you then, because I don't do that.
Oh, really? Oh, good Christian household. So. Like
yeah, we don't. I don't do Halloween in my household.
Yeah, no, cause like so I'm out here trying to I'm out here trying to think of like dressing up, cause like I like. Well, I'm not doing like the whole Halloween thing, but I just like wearing costumes.
So what are you pick? What are the choices?
So before, here's choices I used to have. I dressed one year. I dressed up as Steve Urkel.
Okay.
Then another year I dressed up as Clark Kent.
Okay.
And now I'm trying to think like. You know, like when I'm trying to think, like, damn, like what else could I do now?
Just
like,
dress up as Chris Rock and then I'll come and slap you. I chose violence. I really did. I'm sorry, but I chose it. I did. This podcast has gone off the rails today. Might as well choose violence. Apologies to Chris Rock. You didn't deserve that, but I'm just going to choose the violence.
That was. Did we speak about that like on the podcast?
We spoke about it last time.
I spoke about it last episode. Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't go dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer though. I know that's popping right now.
Days.
Don't do it.
Will somebody do that? I didn't mind.
Somebody will. Somebody will.
That's insane. You see, I don't know. Like, even this whole, like he's just a monster.
Yep, he is.
Like that's like someone trying to dress up as like who was the other like white serial killer that everybody was giving attention to.
I don't know.
That Zac Efron played him.
Our audio is cut.
Oh my days.
Our audio is going to. This is going to be a.
We're good.
We've lost quite a bit of.
We lost like 10 seconds, but anyway, that like Zac Efron played. Who's
Zac Efron played a serial killer?
Yeah, it was like Ted Bundy. There we
go. That guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be a topic. Romanticizing serial killers.
Yeah, like,
it's weird.
As per like people actually. Wait, do you mean like romanticizing in the sense of like how Ted Bundy's like people think that Ted Bundy was hot?
People want him released. People think he's a misunderstood. People want serial killers released.
Is he dead?
I think I was maybe referring to. Is Jeffrey Dahmer dead too?
I don't know. Actually, I never watched. So
anyway, people keep romanticizing serial killers, and it's weird.
It's very weird, man. Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing it?
Like they're bad people.
Why are we doing? We're not doing it. They're bad. They're horrible people.
Horrible people.
They shouldn't be anywhere near any romantic.
No, Jeffrey Dahmer's dead.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, black guy.
Why? Well, actually, no. Hold on. Don't want to. Don't want to curse someone who's deaf.
I mean,
death is death.
There was like, because I think like somebody stabbed him in jail.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Smooth.
Yeah, no, that's them.
My guy brought the shiv.
But yeah.
Did you also finish your conversation about why men start podcasts and not therapy?
Guys, you guys.
Gang.
You guys, everybody, all you guys all here, especially in the UK, I'm telling you now, like, if you want to start a podcast with you and your man them, I'm telling you now, don't do it. Like, why do you want to do a podcast?
Hold on, why are you now shitting on? I thought you were trying to be like, hey, start a podcast.
Why do you want to do a podcast, huh? Like, if you just want to say you want to hang out with your friends and like just talk about anything, why don't you just do that?
Man, you went real Delta.
Why does
went Delta on the double.
Why does it have to be a podcast? Like, you could just hang out with your friends. Like, do you think your personality is so sparkly?
Okay. Before we get done in for copyright infringement from freaking College Humor, apologies for that. Right. Here's what I'll say. Do whatever you want. If it's your outlet to start a podcast with your friends and you think you might contribute something to the world, do it. Don't be scared of other people's comments. I mean, heck, we started our own podcast because we wanted to.
Yeah.
God forbid, we don't really care what other people are going to say about
Literally
it.
Don't. I watch a podcast every other day.
Yeah. What? You do? Our podcast every other day?
Yeah, don't you? But anyway, like, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, every other day. I'm just like, bro, because literally I'm like, yo, like, this is a thing that I'm on a video, like, I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So, I mean, just do whatever you feel comfortable doing, as long as it's within the reasons of the law. Start a podcast.
Do what you want. Start a podcast, but don't be an asshole.
Or be an arsehole. Maybe that's how it sells. I mean, being an arsehole sells money right now. Jake Paul is an arsehole and he makes bank. Andrew Tate made millions.
Did he?
Probably.
Oh, I mean,
he got boosted so... Yeah, he made millions. That man made millions.
Off of like a few like podcasts?
Just being a douche. Like, look, he made millions because people would subscribe to his, his college program or something, where they pay him to learn how to be a misogynistic piece of shit.
Like, pay me... Like, if you guys want to learn how to be alphas, like and subscribe to this podcast. Like, I got the tips from the guy that told you to piss on your desk. Comes another piece of information. Are you ready? Alpha male advice. No, don't. Actually, it's actually going to be good advice.
No, go ahead. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, like that was there. Like, don't eat anything that you didn't physically kill.
So how does that work for Jeffrey Dahmer then?
Oh my god.
Yeah, boy! And that is the zinger. That is the absolute zinger.
Well, like, that was it. We used to be men. Men used to go hunting. Now look, now what we're doing, making podcasts.
So,
Yeah, true. Yeah, that was it.
Some people love people who have podcasts.
Yeah.
Maybe you could become a celebrity. Maybe Galden will drop their numbers in your phone.
Could you actually Galden drop their numbers in our phone? Could you actually imagine if we become slaves? Like, I actually was having this conversation with a friend where I was saying, like, I think, like, if I ever became, like, very famous, I think I'll actually be a nuisance. Because I'll probably be, like, I'll either be, like, a recluse or I'll just be, like, an annoying famous person in that... Someone was like, let's say someone see me on the road, be like, yo, Jay, like, take a photo of me. I'm just kind of like, hey. They were like, yo, like, take a photo. Be like, yo, let's talk to you. I'm just like, I'll probably just stop and be like, okay. Like, what's going on? They're like, how, like, they'll be like, oh, you like, in one conspiracy, something. Like, do you have any comments? I'm just like, no.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, like, okay, what are you doing today? I mean... Nothing. Just I was going for a walk, but now I'm just standing here talking.
You're gonna make people hate us.
What, like?
You're gonna be, because they'll be like, oh, I met him in real life and he was actually a bit of a douchebag. He was a bit of an arsehole.
No, so like that's. I mean, like if I meet like people, like fans, like if someone like sees me on the road and be like, Jay, I'm like, hey, I'm like, yo, who's that? I'll see them in person, but like if someone's like, like all the paparazzi, like
paparazzi, yeah.
I mean, I'll be nice. I mean, I'll be civil, but then if it's kind of like, if you're actually disturbing my day. Then I'm just kind of like, I'm not gonna like tell them fuck up or like do be all like, I'm probably just gonna shut down and just be like, yo, like what's up?
I mean, if you're a celebrity, you can probably afford to, go to places where the paparazzi won't be able to get pictures or follow you around. That's what most celebrities do, don't they? They have to get their own private sort of venues and stuff where they chill.
I mean, I guess but being famous looks so like
tiring,
bro.
It's annoying.
Like
this is why I don't want to be famous. I wouldn't want to be famous.
And just the concept that like people like I can't even just leave my house looking a bit bummy.
No, because
without like somebody like
left, right, and center.
Bro, like I can imagine like I just leave the house looking bummy. Someone's like, "Oh, can let me take a photo?" I'm like, "Bro, like my hair's not even looking good." Like,
I feel bad for like people like like how they hounded on Billie Eilish, right?
Okay.
When she first started banging, like they hounded on her because she used to wear baggy clothes and just do whatever she wanted to do, and the paparazzi used to drag her for it. It's like, why? Just
everyone's there.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm stylish.
Just
Black
let
top
her
baggy
be.
something Billie Eilish. I don't know the rest of the song, but it's a TikTok. But yeah, like leave Billie Eilish alone. Like she used to wear like a lot of baggy clothes.
Is
she
the Britney of our generation? Leave Britney alone.
But like yeah, like I think because she would say like she used to wear a lot of baggy clothes so that people wouldn't like sexualize her and that. Yeah. And like that's the same thing that like I think a Nigerian artist Thames. Actually, why am I saying Nigerian artist? Thames used to do. No, because everyone knows. Thames has blown. Everyone knows Thames. But like how like she didn't really used to like show off her body like that. Like she kind of. I mean, I won't say like she was wearing baggy clothes, but like she'll take a photo and like she'll position herself in a way where like you can't really like.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Wait, no. It's not the audio. We're talking about women. We can't talk about women.
Oh no, like I have like.
We can't talk about
We
women.
can't talk about women.
We can't.
Even as I'm praising them.
Doesn't matter. No. If the subline is we don't talk about women, we just can't talk about. Even if it's good or bad, we can't talk about women.
All right. So back to donkey dicks. Like it's so crazy.
Oh my lord. Yo.
No, but like, why can you?
Why can we not talk about women, but we can talk about donkey
Why
dicks?
can you travel with 6 sacks of bull cocks, but you can't fly with a donkey dick?
Cock and bull torture. Cock and bull torture. It's weird. They're all weird. It's just weird.
That was terrible. I'll dap you up on that.
What the hell happened?
Okay, what's
I think it's time we need to start wrapping this show up because if we go any further, we're going to descend into absolute chaos.
Oh my days. So what was the moral of the episode? What was the
Don't
episode
get caught
about?
traveling with more penises than you have. And what's the other moral?
I feel like that's actually a good moral story. Like
And
human trafficking.
don't talk about women on your new podcast if you start one, because apparently everyone's doing that. So, even if it's to praise them or to degrade them, which you should,
Don't degrade women. Come on.
what if they've done something they're worthy of degradation for?
That one's there. I
Like,
believe.
what if they were a serial killer like Jeff Dahmer?
I believe in women's rights, but also support women's wrongs.
I wish I could hold on. Again, just because of that. That's disappointing.
But like, if they're serial killers and everything, then obviously they should go to jail and they'll get it.
Look, if you're a horrible human being, you're a horrible human being.
Don't be a horrible human being, you guys.
Wait, so if we can't talk about women, can't we talk about the current Prime Minister either? So I can't slate her.
Oh no, you can't.
Okay,
You can't.
Okay.
Why are the gas prices, bro? Like, I know you said we were gonna round up, but I just gotta say this one thing: the energy prices and the gas prices are insane. That I saw my bill and I saw my electricity bills and I saw £200, and I was like, how? Like, I'm barely here, because I actually have a 9 to 5 job. Anyway, I'm barely.
Flex.
I'm barely in this place. So, bro, if you look at the studio, I've literally disconnected every electrical appliance from the wall. I've turned off everything, and I'm just trying to I'm trying to see what the bill for this place is gonna be next month, because it's not even it's an estimate. These are the numbers that I'm given. So I'm just looking at it. I'm like, oh, no, that's me. I use that energy, and I'm like, but why is it so expensive, bro?
I love how that's the reason why you dislike our current Prime Minister. Yes, the Prime Minister hasn't done anything to actually address that.
I have literally no qualms against her. She's the Prime Minister could have been literally anybody, and I don't think if you don't unless for some reason she has some very weird immigration policy. Then even like that, that's not her. That's whoever the
Suella Braverman.
The secretary of what is
it Suella Braverman?
I don't know, what's the
Foreign Secretary.
Yeah, whatever they do, it'll be them that I'm hating on.
I want to say this, right? So, I used to give Theresa May a lot of smack for when she was Prime Minister, because I used to say, she reminded me of the white characters in Get Out. If I was ever in the same place as Theresa May, I feel like she would want to rip my soul out of my body and kill me and try and be hip and young and try and fit in, because she couldn't. She struggled to fit in. I used to give Theresa May that shit. I take that back. I'll give it to Liz Truss instead. Theresa May now seems like a grandmother that's kind of, she doesn't understand what the young are doing, but she's happy that her daughter is dating outside of the white cultural range. She's like, oh, that's interesting. Ooh, what's his background? What does he do? That's what Theresa May gives me now. Liz Truss, however, looks like she would grin if a row of black people were lined up and a train was coming at speed. She looks like that kind of person. I do not have a single lick of trust in her. I do not even... Did you see... Oh my God. Every time this person talks, the pound dips.
Oh no.
Every time she talks, our currency dies.
Damn. That was there
How do you have a Prime Minister that can do that?
That's crazy. That's wild.
So next time, when you're a bit older and you start sending money to Nigeria, if she's still Prime Minister by that time, You're going to suffer.
Oh, I mean,
every single time she opens her mouth, you're going to suffer.
I mean, Nigeria's already suffering because the exchange rate in itself is already like doing the madness.
Well, there we go. Well, she's going to make it worse. Anyway.
Goddamn.
So, I don't. This, you know what? Let's save that for another episode. We'll have the prime ministerial episode, and you can't stop me from talking about that one.
Government. We're gonna have the government episode. We're gonna have planes over trains. We're gonna have Doctor Who. Yeah, no, like I want to talk about trains.
Hey, I want to talk about planes. Let's go. We'll do it.
I swear.
I like planes.
I hate planes. I'm a nervous flyer.
Okay, that's it.
And I love
it's an episode.
Alright, I bet.
It's an episode.
I love how we really advertise all this for that. Give us ideas.
We're giving ourselves ideas in future for when, so we can make sure that the show does not achieve this level of chaos ever again.
I like it though.
You like this chaos?
Yeah, like we actually have points. Like you can So thank you guys for watching the episode. Like our editor is gonna then put a description, like have all the links, have all the time codes.
Guy, you make him work.
We're gonna
hard.
have like all the time codes in it, and
you make him work a lot hard,
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll give him all like the time codes and everything, and yeah. We'll
Shout out to our editor though. He does a good job.
Yeah.
I watched the second episode and tasty.
Yeah,
he captured the essences really well.
Did he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't? You said you see our. You said you see our show every other day.
Be an alpha, lie.
You Delta piece of shit. You absolute Delta piece of shit. Anyway, thank you all for watching this week's episode. If you enjoyed it, then please do leave a like or a comment down below. Follow us on our Instagram, which is over here, and I'm not going to give it to you this time because last time you made our editor do some kind of messy shenanigans and he was shouting at me for making it difficult. So it is here. It'll only be here, and I might move it slightly down and over here so that it's over there. This is where. Follow us on our Instagram. And do you have any finishing comments? Oh God. Oh, God. Make it quick.
Nah, like my only closing comment is thank you guys for watching the show. We hope that you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time on
episode 4.
See you episode 4 on the JNA podcast.
JNA.
This is where they'll be playing music and we'll be pretending like we're talking as we crossfade into
Stop making our editors suffer.
They'll be fine.